Play. Hello everyone, this is the commentary for the Dead Shit review. I am, of course, Amanda Hagan, and with me is the beautiful, the amazing, the incomprehensible...
Me!
The Omega.
Oh. Yeah, me too.
The reason you're getting this commentary right now, rather than, usually my commentaries take a long time to arrive, but this one, there's not going to be a flubs for Dead Shit like there wasn't for Green Porno.
Because we were so efficient.
Yes, and every single flub is pretty much either me making a very, very unamusing fuck up in the line, or us sitting there waiting for the noise to die down.
Yeah, I think it was a Saturday or Sunday we filmed this, and I live in an apartment complex, and somebody was either playing their music so loud enough that the bass was shaking the whole house, or somebody was actually playing their bass loud enough that it was shaking the whole apartment complex. So.
Yeah, it was... Well, we recorded this when I was there for the extra couple of days at Sandy.
Oh yeah, that's right, we did.
And reason we recorded here, this was recorded earlier than expected, because I was away at Omega's, and Teddy was fixing us up his new house and stuff, and he said it would be ready by early October. It wasn't actually ready until early January, so he told me like a couple of days before I went home that, hey, you can't film when you get home, so Omega came up with the idea that we should film the 2 episodes that I'd scripted that are easy to film, that we filmed them at her place. Green Porno and Dead Shit.
You're telling it wrong. What actually happened was, oh, I've got to film these when I get home. Oh no, we can't film it there. Oh god, the hurricane, now what I'm going to do? The whole entire season is ruined. And I was like, why don't you just film it at mine? We can't. I have a white wall. No. I have a camera. Not good enough. Okay. That's how that happened.
And it totally worked.
It did, actually. In the Zen room.
Yes. But these both were, Green Porno and Dead Shit were both, the notes were taken whenever I was in DC before we got married, when I was playing tour guide to my parents, and then they were written after we got married, or possibly just before we got married, whenever I was lying on the sofa and you were at your day job. And then we filmed these just before I went home, and I sat on the footage for Dead Shit for a long time because of the noise when we were filming it. I was convinced it wouldn't work.
She actually did sit on it, like every day she had on a flash drive. She's like, I'll just sit on this.
Yep.
Comfy.
I put it to the side and I ignored it. I could have checked through to make sure it was okay and everything, but there was no need to, because the next episode after Green Porno was going to be Naked Killer, the 69th episode special, and I couldn't really rearrange where that was. And then afterwards, people wanted to see the MagFest stuff, so I knew I had space for it. I was thinking about I was going to refilm Dead Shit if necessary, but I watched the footage and it's like, holy crap, this is okay, this works. And
it's actually okay.
And so it did not have to be refilmed.
Dead Shit is brought to you by Kevin Strange. He's so special.
You don't care for his stuff very much.
I can see the appeal of his movies, but I don't care for the style, because, I mean, you know what it kind of makes me think of? It kind of makes me think of 2 14-year-old boys sitting around, playing Super Nintendo, being like, yeah, well, what if zombies came and we were smoking pot and then I had sex with a zombie? It would be cool.
Yeah, I can see that comparison.
I mean, no offense to the guy. I'm sure he's very brilliant, and he, actually got off his ass and made a damn movie, as Lloyd Kaufman likes to say.
And
so kudos to him for that. But.
And here is obviously Raoul Puke, as played by Mr. Critic. Whenever I scripted this, okay, my last line at this is, "Isn't he dead?" That was a reference to the Nostalgia Critic being dead, because I wrote this back in October.
And I thought you meant Hunter S. Thompson.
Yeah, whenever Critic came back, I was talking to Doug about getting the cameo, and I pointed out that the last line now, the meaning's changed, so I'm talking about Hunter Thompson, when it wasn't intended to be that dark a joke. It was
I really can't stand the scene where he just keeps licking the joint, sticking in his mouth. I know you had to loop the footage to be long enough for Doug's cameo, but I'm like, you're getting spit on it. Oh no, you're ruining it. I mean, obviously you can tell that they're stuffing that joint with dryer lint, and those aren't rolling papers at all. They look like pieces of printer paper that were just cut to that, specification, but I'm like, no, just get a pipe. Jesus, don't do that.
And weirdly enough, whenever I did the footage, and I got the cameo footage from Doug, there was part of it missing. And then he had this bit where he explained, he had this bit of dialogue that he couldn't understand, so he tried to do his best to say it to me, and for me, he thought it was possibly some sort of a term that he wasn't familiar with or whatever. And then
this is why you need to let me grammar edit your scripts that you said.
Well, the grammar editing wouldn't really help because it was something like, it was like random letters and stuff. So I checked the script and it was like, to be sure, it was there. I don't know what happened. There was originally a payoff to his joke about his line about not wanting anything weird to happen with drug paraphernalia, where he was going to go off and do terrible things to like a mirror that was shaped like Debbie Reynolds. But that was lost. I don't know what happened. Possibly part of the file got corrupted. Possibly I deleted it when really, really tired. I don't know.
I think it's Lindsay's fault because everyone has decided that if anything happens on Tickle Tigger involving Doug, it's automatically Lindsay's fault, whether or not it's actually her fault or not. So.
Well, the punchline of Doug's cameo was lost. So.
No, it still holds up because Hunter Thompson is dead.
Okay, it wasn't intended to be the joke, but okay.
Well, I just thought it made sense. You were like, "Whoa, it's a dead celebrity." I'm shocked.
Well, yes, celebrities can be dead. That was just terrible timing. Someone was wanting to tell me something, but
probably involving haggis.
Yes, everything's involving haggis.
I mean, I love my parents-in-laws. Nice.
So yes, Dead Shit is the second of Kevin Strange's movies that I have done reviews for, and I hope to do all of them. I have all of them that are on DVD on me. So this will most likely not be the last. And this is, I admit, this is a shameless attempt to get people interested in Kevin Strange's stuff. It's not because I don't think they are all particularly amazingly reviewable. I just think that people should buy his stuff, and I'm going to keep trying to make people buy his stuff.
Well, that's not, a bad motive. I mean, it's not like we're like, aha, now we know her evil plan. Make us be interested in this guy. I just remember when we were, there was an ill-fated Philly meetup a while back, where we just spent the entire day running around Philly being soaked in pouring rain. It was like, we were at this diner in, like, the ass of South Philly, for we were till 1 or 2 in the morning, and I think we finally got to the hotel in Westchester. What, 3 or 4 in the morning?
Probably about 3.
Okay, and then everyone's like, "Let's watch Colonel Kill, motherfucker," and I'm like, "No, I'm wet and cold. Let's just drink and sleep." And I think someone left in disgust. Was it the engineer?
The engineer got very, very pissed off. Engineer who used to, or possibly still does, run Spoonie's website. He's mistaken for Rap Critic sometimes. But to be honest, he's a little bit like Rap Critic if Rap Critic was a goth and much taller.
Yeah, that's true. He's a lot taller. Last year at MagFest, he said he was going to get a T-shirt that says "I'm not Rap Critic."
He wasn't at MagFest this year, unfortunately. But yeah, Engineer's a good guy. He got really, really pissed off, not at the tone of Colonel Kill Motherfuckers, but at the terrible technical parts of the film.
I can't stand this dubbing anymore. Oh.
Yeah, it's like, didn't quite get like the Kevin Strange films. He's entirely self-taught, so the films from the first till the last are him sort of getting better and better and better, and by the last 2, for no budget, independent cinema, pretty damn good.
Well, I mean, but the thing is, we're allowed to be snotty because a lot of us try really hard to make our own stuff. So I could see I don't know, somebody was really good at effects, like if Apollo was like, oh, look at those effects, I can do better than After Effects. Wow,
Yeah.
I think didn't Kyle go back up to their room and be like, that's enough of this?
I think possibly watched it for a little bit, or I'm not entirely sure. I think he might have actually not watched any of it, but he did end up with my original copy of Cockhammer, because I bought
Cockhammer.
I came across the name of Cockhammer and a link to the trailer on a Cracked article. Then I looked on Amazon, found the film, bought it, fell in love, took it with me to Project Million in Florida, showed it to a bunch of people at Project Million. LC from Critic TV, he loved it so much he messaged Kevin Strange on YouTube and arranged a deal where he'd get a copy of every single one of his films on DVD plus a T-shirt for $50, and he arranged this deal for me as well. So whenever we did the Philadelphia meetup, that's when I finally got my copy of every other Kevin Strange film. So then, of course, I had a second. So then I had a second copy of Cockhammer, and so I gave it to Owen Citizen.
Let me just break in here. Worst pantomime blowjob ever.
So I gave it to Kevin Strange. Gave it to Kyle as a hopeful April Fool's Day video sometime.
He could go on about, like, Western themes dominant in society, like all totally serious, but he probably won't because he's making a movie.
And it was in the background of the It was in the background of one of his shot cameos in To Boldly Flee. So my old copy of Cockhammer actually appears in To Boldly Flee for longer than I do. Which is just amusing.
You can always just tell people that you already boldly fled.
Well, I often do. But that was Katie Dearest. She's great. She should really appear in more films than just Kevin Strange's stuff and possibly Game Heads.
Well, maybe she has a day job and she can't take time off to be in a movie.
It's possible. So I'd like to see her in more stuff. Most of these guys, I'd like to see them more stuff. I think they're good. The one of them, Eric Williams, who played the fast food zombie, he's got a burgeoning career in Los Angeles, getting appearances and things. He was in The Dark Knight.
Oh, you know what? I remember you saying that we watched Cockhammer.
Yeah, he didn't have any lines, but he was in a few scenes, and
still, that's something,
Yeah, in one of the commentaries, they take the piss out of him for being in The Dark Knight.
Sorry, guys, I'm not gonna be able to come to set today. Why? I'm kind of in Batman. Not good enough.
Here we go. We're going to go into the saving grace of this episode, because this episode, because it went so quickly from notes to writing to filming, even though there was a massive space after filming to editing, this feels for me like very much like a first draft episode. I like having a lot of space between writing and filming, so I can rewrite. I didn't get the chance for this.
That's true, you do.
Yeah, Green Porno turned out okay, but this one feels like I definitely feel one of the weaker episodes, but the skit with the minions is quite good. Minions playing.
It's very obvious that Nicola knows how to play World of Warcraft and you don't.
Yeah,
You're like, I can't, the thing, and she's like, listen.
Yeah, I'd originally scripted something, and I just told her to, go with the basic idea and do it actually authentically, because she plays a lot of Warcraft.
I played it for like a few weeks because my roommates back in the day were really into MMOs, and for Christmas they got me World of Warcraft, Burning Crusade, and a 60-day prepaid thingy. But I didn't have a laptop then that was optimized for online gaming, and I still don't. So basically it was how to overheat my laptop, also collecting cactus bits and killing 17 skunk rats, and it just, because I don't like people, so I don't like social gaming.
So you didn't care for it at all?
I think the talisman, I think that's an air freshener.
It's quite possibly.
It looks like it's an air freshener.
Based on everything in the film, it is entirely possible.
Probably came from
I unfortunately I have not had the chance to talk one-on-one with Kevin Strange, so I think I would ask him. That's one of the things I would ask him. Although I have to say, I'm going to ask him at some point to appear in Lesbian Talk, and
that'd be kind of cool.
I think that would.
Could he be? We interview him as himself, not as his character.
Yeah, he's played like 4 characters in his films, so yeah. To himself.
Well, no, because LC had him on Christmas one time for a stream, and I was like, my dad's like, "What are you listening to?" I'm like, "Nothing." I turned it off.
He's one of the guys I'd like on the show. I think, for interviews with guys who are like in the States, like him or Zinnia Jones or whoever, because we're gonna ask her as well. She tentatively said yes, but we've not arranged anything.
That's cool.
It'll be, I think we'll wait until I'm over at yours. So
yeah, we should probably wait until the spring when everything, irons out.
So we're not having to deal with, just if we record it at some point when I'm at yours, so we only have 2 time zones to sort of, to work out rather than 3.
That's true. What time zone is she in?
Oh, Zinnia's in Florida, but Kevin Strange is in Illinois.
Oh. So. Illinois. where they have cows.
Zinnia used to be in Illinois. She moved to Florida to be with her girlfriend.
Well, that's good.
Ah, there's your cameo.
It was my arm!
And your voice.
That I did the line for like 2 days ago.
Yeah, you can tell the audio quality is different. I probably should have asked you to do that with your camera again. But yeah, the original thing was just I'm gonna, the minions comes in, says that they killed a troll zombie, and then says, "Ooh, the hat is terrible," and walks out. Thus, the joke is that I think the hat is great, and the characters think the hat is great, but the minion thinks the hat is terrible. It's like,
Yep.
but then a couple of days ago, I came up with the idea that it would be a funnier joke if the troll zombie killed the Warcraft players, and then started playing Warcraft, and so was easily killed.
That's how addictive it is. Talk to your trolls about Warcraft before someone else does.
Her clearly plastic axe. I have one just like that.
I think everyone does. You can, like, every year get them for like $1 at Halloween Adventure.
Yeah. Plastic weapons can be deadly in the right hands.
This is, like, the ending of this was so stupid.
It was very stupid. It was unformed. Most of his stuff is quite scripted, while this one, they pretty much ad-libbed everything.
It's like, oh, well, the end. Well, there you go. Although I like that the older brother kind of calls that one guy out for being a douche.
Yeah.
Fuck my sister on my pillow.
Oh,
Cousin.
yeah, Cousin Susie. Maybe this is why Elsie likes this film so much.
Maybe.
But this was originally going to be about LARPers, but they used all those ideas. When they made them stoners, they took out all those ideas and they used them in Colonel Kill Motherfuckers, which is about a gang of LARPers.
But them as LARPers is better than us. I have met many stoners in my life. No one has ever acted like that, ever. It's just, again, like what 14-year-old boys think it's like to smoke pot. Like, has Kevin Strange ever even smoked pot before?
I have no idea.
I think that he just made it up from watching MTV.
I would guess he possibly has. But I would not want to put words in his mouth. And that is Nick Head, who is the
He looks kind of like a mentally ill John Cleese.
He's the director of photography of all the hack movies, and he directs movies on his own. He's actually quite good, and he's a really nice guy. He talk to him sometimes on Facebook.
Like the whole Colombian smokeweed joke from like all of their movies, like you don't get weed from Colombia. You can get it like locally sourced. Like not Trader Joe's, but or like Jamaica or like Florida. Like it's so wrong. Not that I would know anything because I'm
actually Colombian smokeweed was not in Dead Shit, so it's
no, but I was thinking about it.
That joke has not arrived yet.
Yeah, well, you say it all. You guys would say it all the time. Like
Colombian smokeweed.
No, it's so just not even like. They're like the most unsubtle stoners ever. Like, ugh.
Oh, I love the it's +10 shovel because it's got a hard edge. You can lacerate a bitch with it.
It could have been a +10 rake if it was one of the old school metal rakes. Those were vicious.
Yeah. And of course we have.
Oh no, I didn't tell the story of where my Chinese cabinet came from.
Tell it now.
Now we're out of time. I don't know. There's not enough time. The credits are already rolling.
Oh,
I'll tell it. You know what? I'll tell it on Lesbian Talk.
Okay.
So if you guys want to know what really happened and the dark truth behind my Chinese cabinet, listen to Lesbian Talk episode 11, which hasn't been recorded yet.
As long as you remember to say it in that episode.
Oh, I'll write myself a note.
Oh, that's cool. We're going to talk about 80s animated stuff then. Although this is not going to go out for another month, so episode 11's already going to be out by now.
Yeah, so they can look back and reference it.
Yeah.
I just don't want to speak in the wrong tense. Hey, coming soon, what could this be? What?
This is the film that brought us together.
Actually, yeah, it did, quite honestly.
Mm-hmm. Oh. We'll explain
this is why we wind at Film Brain and said, don't do it because it's important to us. And he's probably like, oh, fine.
Oh, yeah.
Except he said it more Britishly.
Yes, we'll tell that story whenever we do a commentary for that.
We should.
That's that.
That's the end. Bye-bye.